Hello friends, I'm Jim Rapsas. I am the creator of Strange Days at Blake Holsey High, and this is the first edition of Holsey Howler. Now, what Holsey Howler was in the original Strange Days series, it was the school newspaper, which you may remember from the Season 3 episode Probability. What the Holsey Howler is going to be for our purposes is a chance just for me to share news with you, things that are going on with the series. And now that we've launched Echoes, there's a lot going on and a lot to talk about. So I'm going to get started. This first edition is going to be pretty brief. It's called The Journey to Echoes, and I just wanted to tell you how we got here and why Echoes is what it is. First question you may ask is, why did it take so long? Why did we have to wait 16 years for a new Strange Days series? And the quick answer is because I didn't have the rights to the show. Conclusions aired in January of 2006. And Discovery had a 15-year license on what's called the series IP, or intellectual property. That is all the rights to the characters, the storylines, all the creative material that made up the show. And those rights expired in January of 2021. And that's why you saw things start to happen at that time. The rights reverted to Shaftesbury, who was the Canadian producer who produced Conclusions. When this happened, I reached out to them, told them I'd like to do new things with the series, see if we could cut a deal. And they were awesome. We were able to cut a deal that allowed me to get the rights back. And that's why you saw things start to happen. Like I launched the website, BlakeHolsey.com, the merch website. And I started planning in earnest for Echoes. Reached out to a great longtime friend of mine, Paul Hart Wilden, a director, to see if there's something he wanted to collaborate with me on. Fortunately for me and for us, he said yes. Paul's immensely talented. I couldn't do Echoes without him. And of course, the first thing we shot were those trailers. And that was sort of the first idea I had, this image of this girl drawing pictures of events that had happened at Blake Holsey High. I honestly, when I came up with that concept, wasn't quite sure where the story was going, but the story for Echoes grew out of that, and we are so excited to be working on this, and so excited for what's to come and what we have in store for you guys. Another question, maybe, why a web series? And here's why. I didn't want to take the chance that Strange Days didn't come back. Once I got the rights back, I was determined to make sure that it came back in some form. I have a pilot script for a sequel series that I'd love to do someday. But I also wasn't willing to wait for someone to tell me that they wanted to make my show. I decided I was going to make my show because I was committed to making sure that the Blake Holsey multiverse lived again, that new stories would be told, and that the franchise could grow. That's why a web series, and that's why you're getting a little bit each week. Another alternative could have been to do longer episodes or to do a movie. I figured if we did that, you guys would be waiting another 6 months to a year for anything new, and then even once that arrived, probably another year for next installment. This way, you're continually getting new material, new content, and the series is continuing to grow. And that's my goal here. And I'm in this for the long haul. I'm not sitting here watching how many YouTube subscribers I get or how many views I get. Of course, I want the show to be successful. Of course, I want lots of people to see it. But I'm also not worried about setting the world on fire overnight, because I'm going to keep doing this regardless. So I'm comfortable with the slow build, and story-wise, it's going to be a little bit of a slow burn. You're going to get a little bit each week, just like you did in the original Strange Days series. But I promise you, there is an arc, and if you're a fan of the show and its history and its characters and its storylines, there's going to be a lot for you to love in Echoes and a lot to be excited about. Obviously, in the first episode, we meet an astronomer, Iris, who discovers a new black hole. This is going to be a significant event, and in the coming episodes, you will find out why. I'm not going to say much more about the story and where it's going. But I hope you stick with it, because if you do, I think it will be worth it. The next episode of Echoes is coming on this Thursday, July 7th. There will be a new episode every 3 weeks. And like I said, I will come back to do more of these videos. I will try to do at least one in between each new episode. And I won't always do it by myself. I'll start bringing in guests and things like that. But that's all I have to say for now. Thanks so much for taking the time to check this out. Thanks so much for being a supporter of Strange Days. I hope you love the new series, and I can't wait to show you more of it in the coming weeks and months. For now, Jim signing out. Goodbye.